What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today we're going to talk about some lesser talked about credit cards, and they are going to be the credit cards from USAA Bank, and they are going to be 2 cashback cards and 2 rewards cards. If you are new to the channel, we talk about credit cards, personal finance, and traveling. If you are into those things, do us a favor and please hit the subscribe button. If you get any value at all out of this video, please hit the like button. It'll help get the channel and the videos out there to people who need them. So first off guys, what is USAA Bank? USAA is a financial services group of companies that provide insurance, banking, and investments. Now, who can become a member of USAA? Well, you have to be a U.S. military member or a veteran, a pre-commissioned officer, or a spouse or child of U.S. military member or veteran. Now that sounds fairly strict, but this also includes stepchildren. I've heard some people gaining membership because their grandfather served. I don't think it's super strict when you call and ask for your eligibility, and I don't think they oftentimes ask for any proof, any kind of DD-214s from certain people. Guys, do me a favor. If you are watching this video, please put in the comments below if you would potentially be eligible to join USAA. If you are a veteran, please put in the comments which branch you served in. If one of your parents were veterans, please put that in the comments below. I'm really trying to get a gauge of what my audience looks like and how many people are either veterans or directly related to veterans. And if you are a veteran, thank you for your service. USAA is one of those banks in the veteran community that everyone asks if you use them for insurance. Me personally, I have a bank account with them. It's kind of a secondary bank account, but I also use them for my vehicle insurance, my homeowner's insurance, and my rental property insurance. Their insurance rates are very competitive, and their customer service is probably the best I've ever had as far as insurance goes. As it turns out, USAA also has a quartet of fairly competitive credit cards. We're going to go into a little bit of detail on each of the 4 cards. The attraction to USAA is their customer service and the way they take care of veterans and their families. So while the 4 cards are not world beaters, if you are somebody who banks with USAA or carries insurance with them and you want to further the relationship by getting credit with them, I think some of these can make sense for you. And there's one card in particular I think is really good for a lot of us. So before I get started, we're going to go over 4 cards, 2 cashback and 2 rewards. One thing I want to say is they all come with a basic bundle of the following benefits. They all provide auto rental collision damage waiver. So if you are renting a car and you're using your USAA credit card, you can forego the collision damage waiver. They all 4 offer trip cancellation insurance. It's not a huge amount of money. It's $1,500 per person. They all provide travel accident insurance, and that is for when something goes really, really bad. And that is up to $500,000 for each person. All 4 cards provide the user with baggage delay reimbursement, and that is up to $100 a day for your bags being delayed. All 4 cards also provide the user with an extended warranty feature. So today we are going to talk about rewards cards and cashback cards. Before I get started with the 2 rewards cards, let's talk about how those rewards can be redeemed. They can be redeemed for airline travel through the USAA travel portal. They can be redeemed for merchandise and gifts. They can be redeemed most likely in this case as cash, and that is statement credit or into your USAA bank accounts. They can also be redeemed for charitable contributions and cruise travel, which I actually thought was fairly interesting. You don't see a lot of redemptions specifically for cruise travel. The next thing about the USAA rewards is fairly unique, is that they are transferable to any other USAA rewards card holder. So if you have a player 2 or a family member, as long as they are a rewards card holder, you can spot them some points. Okay guys, first card we're going to go over is the USAA Rewards American Express. This card rewards you by the way of points. Does this card have a bonus? This card does have a bonus. The card holder will earn 2,500 points after the first purchase. So just like that, you go get the card, you activate it, you go buy a soda pop, and you have 2,500 points, which can be redeemed for $25. What does the card earn? The card earns 3 times points on dining, 2 times points on gas and groceries, and 1 point per dollar for everything else. Fairly standard, but there's a couple things about this card that kind of make it stand out. It has no annual fee. And as a matter of fact, none of these cards will have an annual fee. The card has no foreign transaction fees. So this one you can take overseas into another country and you won't have to pay that pesky 3%. Next card up is the USAA Rewards Signature Visa, and this card also earns points. Again, the USAA Rewards Signature Visa has the same bonus. The card holder will earn 2,500 points after the first purchase. Not a huge bonus, but it's still a bonus. Now this card earns 2 times on gas and dining, 1 point per dollar for everything else. Nothing super exciting. But again, the appeal here is you're banking with USAA and you are strengthening that relationship. This card also, no annual fee and no foreign transaction fees. So if you are starting out on your credit journey, this is not a bad card to have because it doesn't have any fees and it doesn't have any foreign transaction fees, and you will earn a little bit of rewards. On to the USAA Cashback cards. This card in particular, I think, has some interesting qualities. And this one is called the Cashback Rewards Plus American Express. This card does not have a bonus at this time, but this card earns 5% cash back on the first $3,000 spent in a calendar year with gas stations and at military bases. So let's review that. $3,000 every calendar year, you'll earn 5% on gas stations or at military bases. That makes this a very interesting gas card, if you ask me. The card also earns 2% on the first $3,000 of the calendar year at grocery stores. Not bad. The card earns 1% on everything else. You don't often hear this card when you're watching videos about the best gas cards. But $3,000 in gas a year is a pretty good amount, and 5% cash back is about as good as it gets. I'm not sure if it is worth a slot just to use for gas, but if you are team cashback and you are trying to crush those 5% categories, this is not a bad option for you. The fourth card and final card we're going to talk about today is the Preferred Cash Rewards Visa Signature. Now I actually have this card, and I think I got this card before I actually started my points and miles journey, but it is a solid card. The Visa Signature earns 1.5 cash back on everything. The card does not have a bonus right now, and I know at least at one time this card did have a bonus. I'm not sure if it was $150 or somewhere around there, but it had a bonus, and I'm sure it will have a bonus again. This card also has 0 annual fee and 0 foreign transaction fees. So guys, I like to review cards that aren't from the big 3 sometimes. I think there are a lot of options out there. And if you are someone who banks with USAA or any type of military or veteran credit union, I think we need to talk about those options. I think there's a lot of benefits for belonging to a financial institution like them. One other thing I want to say about the USAA credit cards is they will not give you a product change. I recently called to see if I could product change my Preferred Cash Rewards Visa Signature to the Cashback Rewards Plus American Express because I wanted to try to get that 5% cash back on gas. And they told me they do not do product changes, but I was more than welcome to apply for another card. Also guys, speaking of cash back, if you are not using a shopping portal, please consider using Rakuten. It's a cashback shopping portal, and we do have links below. If you use our link to sign up, the channel will benefit and you will get $30 cash back on your first purchase. Guys, that's it. If you have stayed until the very end, I appreciate it and I thank you.